Thanks to Nebula for sponsoring this video. Riddle me this. What happens when you take a 150-inch 4K TV and just like squeeze that thing into a 10-inch box? Let me introduce you to this guy behind me. It is the Nebula Cosmos Laser 4K projector, a portable home theater in a box. Before I tell you all about this thing, we're doing this now for a few months. Giveaway, thank you for supporting me. Thank you for supporting the channel. Thank you for being awesome. Giving away $500 of gift card of your choice, open to anyone in the world. Leave a comment down below letting me know what movie or show you would watch on a Nebula projector. Be sure to leave your social handle in the comments so I can contact you if you win. If you do not, I have no way to reach you. We're running for 2 weeks. All the information will be in the description. If you don't know, Nebula is actually under the Anker umbrella. In the past few years, they have been just crushing it with the products from build quality to performance, and it's no difference here at all. So I've talked a lot about projectors because they're really interesting to me, especially the past few years, and they've all got a couple things in common, right? How small can they be while still having like some modicum of decent quality? So what Nebula did with this, they like just flipped it. They made the highest quality projector they could and then made it portable. So you aren't sacrificing quality, you're getting sort of the convenience that you'd expect. In any way you look at it, this thing is an absolute home run. So I was pretty excited to try it out. 4K, 150-inch screen, 2400 lumens, HDR10 support. With specs like this, the projector is killer. And to back up the 2400 lumens, that's a lot. Doesn't mean anything to you, that's okay. But know that that's a lot of lumens, and lumens equal brightness. And this usually been the weak part of projectors. They look great when you've got a total dark environment. But most people aren't watching their movies in like a shoebox. You got sunlight coming in, you got overhead lights. 2400 means you can watch this anywhere and you don't lose colors, you don't get washed out blacks, things just look really good. So things that matter. The color looks awesome. In the projector world, the colors are represented really well. Blues are blue, blacks are black, whites are white, reds are red, but they're not just washed out versions of them. If you're using this projector, especially on a screen, these colors will look true to color, and that is really rare for projectors. Brightness, 2400 lumens like I talked about. If I can hammer anything home about you looking to get a projector, let it be that. This looks bright. You could put this thing anywhere and you can absolutely see it. 4K resolution obviously looks good, and it means you can make the screen absolutely ginormous, which is pretty dope. So one of the main reasons this looks so good is sort of how they've done it, and it's because of the laser light source. You've probably heard of laser projectors before. They've been around for a while, and generally most people know that they're better than a traditional bulb that you get from other projectors. But I want to explain why. Honestly, I didn't know why. I just figured laser's better. So I did some research for you so you don't have to. So here's the deal. Basically, a projector needs a light source. Duh. Traditionally, this is a single white bulb that's insanely bright. In order to produce color, it's got to use that single bulb between R, G, and B. What you get with Cosmos, though, you get individual laser lights for each R, G, and B, so each color doesn't compete with the other. And so if you need red, the laser turns on. If you don't need it, it's not there. The way I almost think about this is like OLED versus LCD. With an LCD panel, the entire screen is lit up no matter what, like that one white light bulb. But for OLED, only the parts that are needed, or the pixels that are needed, are turned on. And of course, laser projector isn't exactly the same as that, but like that's an analogy that most people can understand. So having separate color light sources means that light coming from projector is brighter. It's more efficient. All the things that you are looking for with a projector. So even though Nebula promotes this as a portable projector, it is packing pretty close to the same punch as most, static home theater projectors. This is just one that you can happen to take with you, and that alone is really impressive. So in front, you have your lens and a bunch of other sensors. So one is for the remote, which is pretty solid. It's got all the buttons you need, plus dedicated buttons for streaming services. It also has sensors for safety. So since this is a laser and insanely bright, you don't want it to just literally burn a hole in your eyes. So there's actually eye protection built in, going to dim the screen if it detects you are in front of it. As somebody with kids who might accidentally or not know to not stare into the light, it's a solid thing to have. It's also crazy simple to set up. With a lot of projectors, you gotta set them up, and if they're slightly off, you gotta put like a wash underneath them. You're doing a lot of knob turns to get it in focus. So with Nebula, there's autofocus, gridless auto keystone correction, and auto screen fit. So what that means is when you place the projector down and turn it on, it's gonna do everything for you, and it's going to be just good to go. So this also has speakers built in, so being portable, it's nice to have. You don't have to carry a whole surround sound system with you. You've got two 10-watt full-range speakers and two 5-watt tweeters. It's not gonna replace a dedicated setup at all, but if you wanna like set this up in the backyard, watch a movie with the family, these speakers are totally good for that. All that aside, I think one of the coolest things is that this little box you plug into the back. This I'd never seen anything like it before in the projector world. It's pretty cool. Basically, it's the brain of the operation once you access Android TV, which this runs on. And because it's a separate dongle, presumably be able to change it or upgrade it in the future so you don't have to replace the entire projector. I've done a lot of videos about Android TV, and I still think it's one of the best OSs out there for either your TV or your projector. In fact, I can instantly log in to all the apps that I'm used to, all the services that I use. Plus, I have access to Google Assistant, something that is a really awesome thing to have. This is a small thing or maybe a big one for you, but Netflix is included. And a lot of projectors that I've looked at couldn't get licensing to have Netflix. So Nebula's got it if you need it, so you're not really missing out on any of the apps. All right, so that's the Nebula Cosmos Laser 4K projector. It's a mouthful, but it's definitely one of my favorite projectors that I've tested so far. So it's actually debuted on Kickstarter, and they raised over $3 million. It's all closed now, but that was a lot of people who believe in the product and the company behind it. If you take anything away from this video, and if you're in the market for a projector and want it to work in any scenario and be bright enough, this is the one for you. So if you're interested in winning some free stuff, Nebula's got you back. They're actually giving away about $500,000 of free things. And they're giving away free laser 4K projectors, free accessories, extended warranty, and a bunch more. If you want to check it out, hit the link down below. And the earlier you order through that link, so the better chance you have of winning.